Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood, and today I am bringing you guys a Shogun 2 Total War 2 versus 2 actually. And this is a replay. I checked it, it wasn't bugged, and I would have had a 1 versus 1 for you guys, but the replay of that was extremely bugged. It was a close game and I won it, but it had me losing without barely doing anything, like literally just instant route. So I hope they add to the replays so that it actually, works most 100% of the time. Not most, but yeah, we are facing I Am Hobo of Doom and Bad Shagged, yeah, like that. So I'm not gonna really talk much about Chrysib's side of the battle because what I was gonna do with the 1v1 replay was show you this army, and I have graduated up to the large funds battles after prestiging, so this is a medium funds army, but for anyone who's in it, this works really well. It's not invincible, by far not invincible, but I have destroyed pretty much everyone with it. I went on like a 25 game winning streak and then moved to large funds battles, and that's still going, but I have a variation of this army for large funds now, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about it a second. We'll put the game in slow motion. Well, no, it'll be fine. So you have a bow monk. This is a really expensive bow monk, whistling arrows, but just a 200 range bow unit. If you don't have that, that's fine. For your spears, you want 5 naginata attendants, and they will guard. I have one out here to capture the dojo. They will guard your army just fine from cavalry and block any incoming attacks. For your main core, though, and this might seem strange, 3 no dachi samurai, and there they are. And the reason I did this, well, I'll get to that in a second. Then you want 1 veteran. The no dachis usually are veteran. This was my first time using this army, though. 1 veteran katana samurai, and then 1 naginata warrior monk, and obviously your general. So the point of this army, most people don't really use many no dachis anymore. You want the 3 nodashis to charge in after using your front 2 naginata units to absorb the charge of your enemy. And real quick, I just want to point out how many sword units my opponent has, and how it looks like they are very much superior to my own in numbers and quality, since I have unveteran. But you will see what happens. And that's exactly why this army is so powerful. So the Nodachis, with their bonsai on, cut through sword units. Doesn't matter how many, they cut right through them. And as you'll see, that's going to happen here. And then you find where your Nodachis are weak. Well, yeah, here they come. They're going to charge in and cut right through these opponent units. But you find where your Nodachis are weak and don't have their bonsai on. And I forgot to put the bonsai on this one, which was a fail. And then you charge in with your veteran katana samurai to back them up. Now, once the bonsai runs out, the nodachis are not all that good, but look at this. Look at the absolute destruction of this unit from the charge and how almost perfectly intact my nodachis are. These 2 very veteran sword units are getting the crap cut out of them. And it's just a crazy thing. So the bonsai works, and then once you run out of the bonsai, and you'll see this happen in a second, you can go ahead and inspire your men, and I did that. Pop a rally. I have stand and fight going, but it's best if you have stand and fight in our leadership. If not, that's fine. Then there it just went. You use the Naginata monk once the bonsai runs out to war cry, and that kind of takes away from the enemy any advantage that they would really gain, and at that point you've pretty much won. The only reason this Nodashi got super beat up is because I never popped the bonsai on them, but you can just see I reinforced them with my veteran sword unit, and there is just tons of killing going on here. This guy got stabbed, and that's going to be the route of my enemy. And that was a great army, very melee heavy, but my 3, well, one was 1 chevron, 3 very unveteran Nodashis cut right through it. Throw in the Naginata monk at the last minute because you don't really want them to get killed. And pop that war cry, and you are golden. And like I said, this does not always work. I am not claiming it always works, but it is pretty darn effective. Although you probably can't. I mean, you need to have the tools to make this army. Leadership General is recommended, but it works, trust me on that. And these guys actually routed in the real thing. That's the only bug with this replay, so they're going to line up here. But they should route. I mean, in the end they will. They're just an attendant. At this point I sent my cav over to try to help out Chrysib fighting off the final bit of his enemy. So we will watch that. But I have some more 1v1 replays with that army. And I will show you some of that, and I will also show you my large funds version of this army if you guys want to see that. For those of you who are playing on large funds, low funds, and not much I can give you because there's really just not enough units available in low funds to pull this off. But if you guys want to try it, go right ahead and give me your feedback. If you have any modifications that you think are cool and I end up liking them, I will probably show that. But yeah, just bringing you that. So that's the Shogun gameplay for today. New army build helped me through medium funds, and it was way more effective than anything else I really used in medium funds. And like I said, the 2 Yari cav, if you win the cav fight, that's great. If you don't, your naginata attendants are more than enough to guard your rear usually, unless the enemy just like spammed cav, at which point you don't need to worry about your rear. You really just worry about all around you, and that cav spam is actually pretty easy to beat. And then you know, you take your cav if you win and do some hammer and anvils, and at that point with the bonsai and the war cry, your enemy routes. And I actually did that in that battle some, and as you saw, it started a mass rout, and my 3 nodachis cut through like 6 or 7 sword units and spear units, also the attendants, which isn't much, but still added numbers, like they were butter pretty much. The only nodachi unit that took serious losses was my one that did not get the bonsai off, which was a micro fail on my part. But if you guys like this in a video, please rate it, and if you didn't like it, you know, hit the dislike button. I like honest feedback. If you do dislike though, please tell me why, so that maybe it can help me to get better. Otherwise, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.